All right, everyone. I know it's been a little bit, but we are back with a 3v3 on Rome 2. This was actually brought to me from the email, which doesn't get used too often, as there are two places to give me one, the email that is in the description, as well as in the Discord channel for the Hungry Wolves. I do have a spot for replays there. Uh, this one was brought to me by, let me get his name here. 1 second. It is. Did he give his name in this one? He did not, sadly. Okay. Oh, put in the comments which one you are. For this one, I believe you are Epirus, Cooper Howard, but let me know if I'm wrong if you got the replay from a buddy. But it is a 3v3. Epirus, Carthage, and Sparta take the field on attack, which is Cooper Howard as Epirus, Sotris as Carthage, and Doug 2187 as Sparta. They are fighting a tough one. It is an Airkeep settlement, though there is something interesting with this map that I'll show off in a second. But on the defense, we have No Soul Jinja as Parthia, Fatty Nerd as Seleucid, and the Lamb Farmer as Egypt. With that, let's get the party started, I think.
As do all foreigners, come to think of it. But there is something about this lot and their shifty ways.
Well, interesting. We got a mobile ballista for Epirus. He might be doing the strategy I like to do. I have to get these back on. But this wall here can be destroyed, giving you another way into the inner keep, which is very nice. Basically blasting themselves open. He might be going into that, or he might be just bringing that artillery to help. Sparta, I do not see a artillery piece with. Carthage does have a ballista, a movable ballista as well, guarded by pikemen and elephants. And he's got the correct general. So we definitely need the attackers to win this one. Let's see, Seleucid, artillery, Parthian artillery is on the inner keep, and there's another Seleucid ballista over there. Silver Chevron Italian, some Royal Peltis. It's going to be basically a lot of Royal Peltis, I'm assuming. Some Sams, yeah. Not Gold Chevron, sadly. I think he wants to get those Sammonites, yeah. Not the best accuracy, but he is manual firing for sure. Yeah, he's doing the manual fire, auto fire. Missed a lot of shots, sadly. Ooh, is he going to get them on the flank? Nope, he's going to get hit by the ballista's going to be protected by the invisible shield. He'll probably want to use that archer. Oh, they got one. Did get one. Oh, they got a second to go through. That might stop him from firing. Yep, it did. You can stop firing yourself. Perfect. How much of that Samurai was damaged? 152, not too bad. 160. 160. So not too much damage to those Samnites, which is good. This is where you need the battering ram right there. We'll see if anything interesting. Ooh! We do have a little bit of interest out front. Parthia bringing out those Eastern Cataphracts. Honestly, a strategy would be to keep the Eastern Cataphracts in the wall. Kind of rotate them along the flanks. Yeah. Citizen Cavalry getting on in. Obviously, they're going to lose that engagement. But the Eastern Cataphracts didn't get a charge, so they might be able to take some down. They're about to get that charge there. Yeah, that is going to give time for the Royal Spartans to come into place. I'm assuming with all these Royal, mostly Spartan Hoplites and Royal Spartans. Yeah, they're going to turn around. They're getting caught up and surrounded. Libyan Hoplites coming around the flank. They're going to retreat inside. Good play to halt that little sally out. And some of them getting tagged at the end. Now, I wouldn't follow too far because you're going to burn some of your boys. But the Libyans can do that. Honestly, I would have kept those Libyans in there. You burned a lot of cataphracts, and you probably, if you got another volley off. Nice. Knock those cataphracts down to 67. Those are down to 67. Are they 67 both? 67 and 60. There we go. Those Libyans did their job. 7 kills there, 5 kills there. 2 kills there. A lot going down to that goddamned burning oil. That's the word. Egyptian infantry versus levies. I mean, the levies are going to lose that fight. This is why you need to bring a battering ram so you're not stuck burning that. And by the time you neutralize this, they are using a Samnite. More levies flowing in. And the gates are open. The tower is neutralized. And it's actually going to be taken if Egypt doesn't pay attention. Interesting. They might not pay attention. Yep. Yeah, if I was the Samnites, I'd block off that. Taking a lot of javelins there. Oh, the towers now belong to the Samnites. Egyptian infantry taking a good amount of kills. But Egypt actually in a bit of a predicament. Honestly, start rotating in through that gateway. Sparta's blasting a bunch of holes. Entire walls coming down. I don't know how I feel about that. Normally the wider walls are great, but it definitely looks like Parthia's holding back, and they've got that cavalry that if they rotate back outside, wide gaps are going to help them a lot. We don't see much of Seleucid yet. Seleucid might be lined up on that Carthaginians front. Putting those Samnites off. Very passive defenses from what I'm seeing so far. They're holding their choke points and they're holding it there. Egypt should have been a bit more aggressive and it would have... Okay, so it looks like Seleucid's up on Sparta. And who's up on Carthage? Interesting. But yeah, the very choke point heavy defense. Let them actually take that. Not a bad player. I mean, you see them using the Threo spears. Javelins are tearing open infantry like it's nobody's business. They're being contained for now. Honestly, on a back assault like that, you kind of want to hold back. Bit on the saw, allow your allies to help. Parthian swordsman getting caught. Trying to be a bit aggressive with the cavalry. Interesting. Get those Gallics targeted. No. Bad play by Carthage right there. They are going to trap. Oh wow, those Parthian cavalry are just pulling straight through. That's just wild to think about. Also, very detrimental to yourself. Alright. More blasting. Why is Parthia pulling so far away? They're pulling straight back. Yeah, that artillery, or that cavalry just straight pull through. They're going to just blast them. He noticed. Yeah, they are pulling back over in the center. Looks like Parthia is not willing to hold. Over here on this fight, Epirus. Samnites are overwhelming the defense here. And they're getting targeted by archers. They're doing what Samnites do, and that's just to tank damage. And that 95 armor, shield block chance, they are doing their job. Let's see. Back over here. Sparta's filing in. Remains, that still healthy Gallic. Pressing in. Yep, breaking them. And that gate's going to be taken by Carthage and Sparta. Samnite's still going. Still trying to loose on him, probably. I don't think the Illyrian levy would win, so I do understand them not pushing it in. We shall see how it goes. Hoplite's back. Very injured Hoplite, Thureos. Doing their part. Samnite's pushing in. Oh, Thorax getting their butts handed to them. These Samnites still doing well. Over 100 kills now. Those Thureos in that square formation trying to hold out. But they'll pull out. The Samnites will push. The Egyptians might actually get some kills here. To be honest, doesn't seem like it. Doesn't get too many. Samnites did shift pretty well off of that. 48 kills, nice. Still looks like more javelins to go. Ooh. Seleucid elephants and Seleucids have rolled out on Sparta's flank. Now that is interesting there. Keep pushing. There we go, keep going. Very aggressive pushes. That's a swarm of Carthage and Sparta bodies. Dude, if I could get my archer up here and have targeted those African war elephants, that would have been insane. They finally do rotate out. To be honest, you'd have to get in now. Nice hit. Keep going. Keep running. Keep running. Getting right into that general of Royal Spartans. Oof. He's going for the archers. Oh, he is going for those archers. Ooh. Some are going down, but they are doing damage. They're into the archer line. They're into the archer line. Oh my god. And they're out of control. For that control just to be located on these boys here, that's insane. Oh my god, they're kills, man. Oh, they did what they needed to. Smashing through some noble fighters here. Oh, they've come back. Silver Shield Swordsman coming on out, aided by Eastern Cataphracts and Royal Cataphracts. We have an aggressive sally out. Far more aggressive than I thought they were going to actually do based on that. Elephants are still going. African elephants, they got held up. I don't know why they're holding them up against the Thorax Swordsman. They need to keep moving them. Keep them going. That's going to be the end of the elephants pretty much, yeah. I mean, the last elephant here. He did catch those African elephants unaware, but, I mean, Silver Shield Swordsmen are still going to get just slaughtered as he runs through them. So that is still a healthy unit of elephants, and... Yep. Ooh, but rotating right into the Spartan lines. No. Moving. Moving back to the general. Oh, boy. Noble Cavalry doing what they can to help. Silver Shield's just been targeted. Eastern Cataphracts and Royal Cataphracts rotating around those flanks, and oof. That Noble Cavalry getting pinched by his own elephants. You don't have to charge so many men into that. What? Nice, the African war elephants get right into those cataphracts. Pretty brutal, pretty brutal. Those Royal Spartans doing their best to hold out. Some more reinforcements try to come their way. 225. Hold on here. Oh! General getting right into those Persian light archers. He's just trying to silence them. He knows that his general's going to die there. He's got to keep them in long enough for them to do the damage. Oh, the elephant's back. This flank Carthage has pushed pretty hard in along with Sparta. Under 100 men left on that Persian archer. And this sally out, though, very fast, is winding down with only those cataphracts left. Carthage has a unit of Samnites all the way over here for whatever reason. Over here, Epirus still holding those walls. Mercenary Italians. I think the Samnites might be dead for Epirus. Yeah, took the brunt of the damage. General being hit. But downside is that you get immediately notified when the general's hit. So they have that notice that they're still in range. What I'm assuming from that, Seleucid must be hurting now. Ooh, right into the aiming for that Carthaginian ballista. Good shots if that is the case. No. I would aim for that Carthaginian ballista. That movable ballista is dangerous. These Italians are going to do some real work. Going to crumple the center there. Yeah. Egypt's going to break soon. Seleucid is pretty wiped. And Parthia is the only one not buckling at the moment. Though when that flank shatters, they will be. Yeah. Hip center shattered. Let's see what these Ptolemaic have end up doing. You rotating in. If you're going to charge, you got to charge. You're in arrow fire range. Help. You pull on back. Let's see what else we got. Levies and Peltists, Royal Peltists. Despite all the shattering the defenders have done and a lot of the buckling the defenders have done, they're still on an Innerkeep settlement. And balance of power is still even here. Wild to think about. Archer out. Cavalry's still sitting out there. I'm assuming he's going to try, to snipe them. Is he going to make it? That would be wild. No, didn't notice at all, and the elephants get in. That's bad play on the cataphracts there for Parthia. I don't have any notice that he left, so I have to believe that he was not paying attention here. I'm surprised he didn't he didn't hear the warning about the general being attacked. They're gonna try to run. Oof. Except that's very painful. If I was Carthage, I would turn that unit of infantry around. Huh. No, the unit's there. He just realized it. What he has to do is not angle it. It's a trick. If you go to chase a unit of cavalry, and you got a slower unit, moving unit, but you got that advantage, draw that parallel line or even a little further away to help box them in. They may be faster than the cavalry. Interesting. Yep, he's just gonna maneuver. Royal's still going. Spartan Hoplite's still pushing. Got some Royals flooding around the back, as you can see here. Breaking the enemy. Again, Parthia not allowing people to get around him. Catch him unawares. Because now that archer's gone, this one only has 52. Definitely still has ammo, and there's one coming in right now. He notices and runs. But that Parthian sword is not going to be as lucky, even as you try to run that away. Down to 2 cataphracts outside. Nipper is pushing hard. I'm a little sad they're not going to use the artillery strategy. Oh, maybe they are. If they can and snipe a victory there, that'd be great. But with 30 minutes left, I don't think that's going to happen. Sadly. Sadly. Parthia Cav trying to rotate inside. Nope. Sparta's pushed them away from there. All right. There it is. Rotating further. Over here, I mean, Parthia is just allowed to hold out there. Honestly, as Carthage, I might be putting some units onto those walls, taking that tower, kind of rotating down this way, trying to extend the defenders as much as possible because they lost too much outside. Yeah, as they force them away, they're going to pull back because they are definitely going to break down that back gate. Yes, they're going to do my favorite part of this map. Basically, you want to get close enough like this. Oh, it's rotating. It's rotating. They've almost done it. They're gonna do it. Yeah, there they go. Okay, they're gonna fire at that turned wall. Nice. Oh, Spartan almost breaking. 200 kills though. Spartan hoplite breaking. Spartan needs to rotate around. They could have blocked off that Parthian swordman from escaping. But it does look like they're going to do a full retreat. Those... Oh, fireballs. More fireballs on that left-hand side. Fireballs over there. Fireballs everywhere. Nope. Why is that mercenary noble fighter so far out? There's not even a siege tower over there. I mean, he's microing well. He's going to lose that noble fighter, but... certainly getting some kills in. Trying to break that noble fighter there. I mean, they are going to. He's not going to go out without a fight. Knocking those down pretty low. Yep. One break. Let's open up the next break. Very well practiced hand, it seems, at this. Manual firing that gate down. Or not gate, but wall. Another wall down. Wonder if they have anything properly inside to fight the Epirus forces yet. Ptolemaic Cav rotating into that Libyan infantry. But they've got to get out there now. No defenses over here, interestingly enough. Now, Epirus' army is looking on definitely the more hurt side. Well, Carthage, I still feel, is the healthiest. Sparta might be a close second. Epirus, definitely not. And all those fireballs are placed down. I don't think they have anyone defending the fireballs to place them down. I just wasted time affecting the memories of everything else. Do we see anything on the inside of those walls? I assume so. There's still 23 minutes left, so I assume they're still fighting. Oh, we got an Egyptian archer going up onto the wall. Yep. Got some defenses lining up here. Not the greatest. I mean, they could have pushed in aggressively a lot earlier. Probably been fine. But Sparta and Carthage need to push up. They are taking this very, very passively. Epirus is going to need you sooner rather than later. There they are. Probably an out of ammo archer. All right. What else we got here? Cavalry was able to get back in. What else we got here? If they've basically taken that front to their side and they're just not advancing on the city center. Yep, gonna take those shots, and he's probably gonna get charged. I think he's testing how smart the Parthian forces are. He's gonna blast up another wall. Better be using it. Then I think I'm gonna take a quick break here. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, I'm back. Alright, let's see. Ooh. Cavalry sally out getting into those archers and actually getting a good number of kills. And that's probably even better, getting those javelins into their own credence as well as wasting that javelin. He's aiming for that wall. Let's see. Is that going to kill his hoplite? Come on. Come on. Huh? Guess not. Guess they decided against that. Interesting. Bit of an Egyptian infantry ready to go. They're going to break that wall. Yeah, makes sense. They're going to try to force away those archers. They don't have a crazy amount of men. Spartans are making their way around. That's exactly what you need to do. Basically put pressure on all sides. Yeah, lots of ranged over there. Oh, that's a bold move with those Seleucid archers. Bold, bold, bold. Ptolemaic cavalry. We have the thorax swordsmen. Yeah, they're going to break that wall so that the archers can't use that to assault them. Oh, I see what they're doing. They're putting the ballistas there so they can't charge out properly. Which means they'll probably limit their fighting on that corner. Ah, I can speak. Not doing the best aim-wise. gonna burn his own ballistas. It is interesting. Spartan's breaking out here, I guess, to try to get into them, but gotta be careful not to get ambushed, but there is still a Royal Spartan sitting there. Yep, here they come. He's stopping them. Guess now that the Royal Cataphracts are stuck in there, they're going to get more men in. Yeah, they're going to try to take out that general. They're going to try to pull through again. Dude, that is an insane idea if you're going to try to pull through a hoplite wall. Nope, they're trying to turn around, I see. Yeah, they're going to lose a good number. Down to 30. And the main Carthage force is gonna, yeah, they're gonna try to eliminate that archer there. They activated some of the fireballs. Gonna keep activating them. I imagine. Most of those fireballs are gone, so they're free to move. I don't know what it has been about with the cavalry and the people trying to pull through this time. Pulling through is a terrible idea, especially against Shield Wolf base unit. It's better to roll around and try to find another avenue out, because you are losing a lot of men doing that. Yeah. Like, if he just went sideways, and then a right to the right, instead of trying to pull through, he would have saved more men. I guess. People just have a habit of pulling through. Was that a pull through, or was that getting around them? I don't know if he thinned up. I missed that. If he didn't thin up, he definitely should have, because he has no excuse not to. Also, why aren't you throwing the fireballs down? Alright, archers are gone. Epirus is brutalized, but they're still got a lot of numbers left. There's the Parthian cavalry. So this Royal Spartans have 476 kills. But the Spartan front's going to break. You need to press... Yeah, Carthage is pressing their attack. Epirus is going to... Yep, there they go. As I said, they're going to need to press their attack soon, or else they're kind of really screwed. Looks like that's exactly what they're doing. Forcing them out. They're actually taking the capture point. This is where you need at least one unit of cavalry to start wrapping this way hard. Hit them in the back. Do some damage. Parthian cavalry coming back around. Oh man, if that, I don't think that levy has ammo left, but if it did, that would have been great. Parthian swords are not winning that fight. Most of those great balls of fire are gone. They weren't able to activate those. I guess they were trying to use them as a barrier, but not doing the best. Those Spartan hoplites are losing due to lack of number. Yeah. Cataphract got into them. Ooh. Those Parthian swordsmen are not doing well.
At the double! Double time! A charge!
Getting right into the Credence, he's going to lose that general there. But he is going to do some damage. Nice job with that Cataphracts. Yeah, weakened unit of Cataphracts was able to just smash into the back. That's going to break them. Wait for them to fully break before you keep running so you can continue to break them fully. And now you can get into the back of the Royal Peltist. Perfect. Epirus front is collapsing entirely. But they bought him as much time as they can. Carthage needs to break through along with Sparta, or else this fight could very well be over. No. Perfectly honest, I don't have much left. I don't know if the... like, you'd have to bring that Parthian sword back, but that's all they really have left. Parthian sword is trying to hold. This Parthian sword is too. There's just a lot of men left that they have to deal with. This side fell to Egypt. Egypt needs to start getting back there. Right. That Cataphract continuing to wipe out the enemy. Getting that hoplite wall to protect against that massive Parthian swordsman. Ooh, they're not even facing the right way. Ooh, do they get to 40 kills? I don't think they do. Nope. I like how that mercenary Italian is still alive. That Parthian swordsman's starting to lose. Those Scutari can get in and start wrecking face. But more Parthian swordsmen coming in. Egyptian cavalry already came back, though. They're badly wounded. There is still a thorax sword somewhere. 9 minutes left. Ugh. I guess because they're holding the choke point, they can continue to do so. It looks like the towers are destroyed, so that's a good sign there. Yeah. Out of ammo. Out of ammo now. They break against the Rhodians. Why did you let him do that, Carthage? Why didn't you chase? You could have hit them in the back with the Scutari. You have more men you can send in. Why are you not sending your noble fighters or Samnites? You have more Samnites back there. Dude, Carthage has it if he decides he wants to play the game. Like, Carthage easily could have sent some of his men over to support the Spartan front over on the right-hand side. Allowed them to put pressure on all fronts, and they wouldn't be fighting this fight. They still can do that. They're not. They're going to bash their head against a frontal assault. If they're going to pull away from the stairs so they don't get shot in the back. That's a waste of a unit to shoot at. The fact that I'm not seeing a single general dead. The fact that those generals are still technically alive, it seems. Can't imagine that. That's why that would be wild if that were true. Overwhelming numbers to try to break the Parthian swords again. Doing some damage there. I mean, you still have elephants too. 100% you need to open up another front. If you open up another front, you're guaranteed that victory. 6 minutes left. I think there's just too much for Carthage to beat. Or for Carthage to be defeated. I think in the end it's going to end up being too much for them. Yep, they've cleared up that side. Parthia is going to be forced to pull back to hold that breach wall. They're going to converge and break that weaker Parthian. Now they're going to hit the main one. Let's go, Ballistic Crew. Please tell me Egypt doesn't notice and Egypt sends those forces out. No, they noticed. They noticed these monsters. The poor Ballistic Crew. I mean, 5 minutes left. Emperor's Credence, they're doing actually some real work. No. No, the Ptolemaic cow's gonna kill him. Blasted through. Wild. Okay, they're at 0. Two kills. They got 2 kills. Yeah, they got 2 kills. Goddamn heroes right there. Yeah, I don't know why you did that with your Ballista Crew. You just blocked... Oh my god. Is he shotgunning? No, he's not shotgunning. Aims farther out. But you are blocking your elephants because you sent the elephants the same way in. Ooh. That's a bit close on that fire, I'll be honest. That's a shotgun. Wild stuff. Ends with the shotgun. Bang bang. Oh, that thorax is running. I guess so they can get a final cavalry charge to end it. And the elephants to finish him off. Ooh. Oh. There they go. I mean, just get a final charge, man. Why are you wasting everyone's time? 2 minutes, 35 seconds. All that's really left is that. I'm going to speed up here. Speed up to that speed. Emperor did attack the way I wanted to. which is that back gate. That's always where I like to attack when I play on this map. Because I think just opening up that back wall is very effective. You just got to time that attack properly. I think Empress took a little too much damage there. They're not the one I have the biggest gripe with. The biggest gripe I have with if on the attackers would be Carthage. I mean, he could have, with so many forces, he could have sent some over to help the Spartans in the flank. Help break that open, force the defenders to defend on 3 different sides, which they obviously didn't have the strength to, and ended the fight a lot faster and a lot less bloody. Someone's hiding troops. Alright, we'll just sit for the last minute. On top of that, defender-wise, I think that sally out was interesting. I think it could have worked out really well. And it did work out really well for the elephants and a lot of the units. I think they limited themselves, to be honest, with those fireballs a bit, making that barrier. It did force them to fight a lot more defensively. They couldn't push out when the enemy weakened as much until those fireballs were destroyed, because those fireballs were blocking their path just as much as the defenders. There we go. Defending well, I think that sally out was a really cool play, really good play. And they just ground Epirus down pretty well, in my opinion. Let's take a look at these army comps here. Cooper, Howard, Royal Peltist General, 145. 109 for an Illyrian levy. Let's go. Italians, 221, 140, 121. Good kills all around. Mercenary Samnites, 118, 176, 127. And the rest of the Royal Peltist, 175, 266. I don't normally bring Royal Peltist. Never done well with them. So it is a bit of a pity. But it is good to see them get used. It's a bit of pity I can never use them well. Carthage here, 122 for the Noble Cavalry General. 301 for that African War Elephant. 142 for that Balearic. Libyans, 110. And this is Sultris, 110, 166. Mercenary Nobles, 198, 123, 252, 171. Finally, Nug, 2187 for Sparta. This makes the last of the attackers. 225 for those Royal Spartans. 491 for that one. Royal Spartans still 201, 245, 127. Comes to those Spartan Hoplites, 111, 143. For Parthia, I mean, pretty good job with that cavalry, especially that Royal Cataphracts, 344. This is No Soul Ginger, 142 for the Eastern. Parthian Foots, 157, 129. Parthian Swords, 186, 173, 160, 211. So close with 99. Fatty Nerd, Seleucid, 433 with that elephant. Wonderful job utilizing that elephant where he did. Got into a lot of archers, got a lot of ranged with that as well. 100 for that archer. Don't know what happened to his archers, but those got screwed. Silver Shield. Alright, Thorax, 120, 131. How did he have 4 full health Thorax that weren't used? That's wild. Something had to happen to him. Also, the fact that none of his silver shields got over 100 kills is insane. Egypt here, 182 for the Ptolemaic Cav, 181, 109 for those Cretans, 311 for that mercenary Rhodian. Galatian Royal Guard, 323, 143, that's a lot of Galatian Royal Guard. 201 for that Thorax, 109 for one of those Thraeos. And good job with all those Thorax. That's the battle there. I'm pretty sure this is ultra fun. That's why I didn't really want to do that army comp. But let me know what you guys thought. What do they do well? What do they do poorly? And frankly, was that shotgunning at the end? I think it was, but you let me know.